what if I want to accept Bitcoin from my tenants? What if I wanted people that rent from me to be able to pay in Bitcoin? Well, there's a really cool tool that I use for invoicing called Zapwrite. So you can go to zapwrite.com, zapwrite.com, and what it allows you to do is it allows you to offer payment portals, regular fiat payments, credit card, debit, wire transfer, all those different types of things, alongside Bitcoin options.
Oh.
And if you want, you can incentivize or discourage one or the other. So you could offer a discount if someone's going to pay you Bitcoin, or, as I do, you can charge a premium if somebody wants to pay you in dollars. So, it's really, really cool. Somebody can go, like, where it shows the plus 20% credit card. I'm not kidding, I do that. So if somebody wants to pay me, that is how much of a pain it is. When you get used to the idea of somebody giving you a digital payment and you have it in your own self-custody immediately, with no freezes, with no pain, with no additional fees, you'll realize how much of a pain the legacy system is. So, I digress. Zapwrite, really cool tool. If you're curious about it, we can help you at Bitcoin Mentor with how to set it up and how to link your own wallet. The important part here is the options where it says Bitcoin and you can pay. Zapwrite is not a custodian. When somebody selects Bitcoin and pays in Bitcoin, it doesn't go to Zapwrite. It routes directly to your own personally held Bitcoin wallet. There's no hold-ups. The second they send it, it is yours. How do I pass on my Bitcoin to my heirs? I'm really worried about that. There's a lot of different ways you can do that, but there's some really cool tools that are starting to pop up that help automate it for you. So you can actually create a digital vault, we'll call it, that requires multiple keys to unlock. So we talked about a Bitcoin wallet. It's a key. That key unlocks your Bitcoin and allows you to move it. But you can actually set it up so that your Bitcoin is in a vault that has 3 keys. And you need at least 2 of those keys to unlock the vault. And you store those keys in separate locations. And what that secures you from is if somebody stumbles across one key, they do not have the threshold required to steal your money. They've got one piece of the puzzle. And even if they're coercing you, you cannot comply. Either you're going on a road trip to get the other keys, or get out of here. You can actually set conditions and time locks for that Bitcoin to be spent. You can automate the transfer of your funds to your heirs with certain time thresholds and certain conditions to be met for that to happen. And you can do it all without a lawyer involved. It's all automated. So there's a really cool wallet called Nunchuk. And the way it works is, and I'm not going to explain the technicals in the background, but I'm going to explain the practical, what would the person that you're bestowing this upon, what your heirs actually see. You would go to them and say, hey, I need to keep this information. 3 English words and a password. You can have copies of it, you have multiple copies. That information by itself actually doesn't point to anything specific. It doesn't really do anything right now. But at some point in the future, you set a time threshold on your wallet. You say, 1 year from today, if I don't bump the date forward, an email will be triggered and it will go to my relative and it will say it's time to claim your inheritance. What are your 3 words? What's your password? They now have the money immediately. It is theirs.
Oh.
There's nothing in between. There's no having to deal with anything. They have sole custody of that money from that point forward. So you can actually technologically automate this process with minimal barriers to entry. 3 words and a password. It instructs them how to do it, it handholds them through it using the app and everything. Bitcoin is a global ledger. People can see all the money that exists. There's no explicit link between Bitcoin and an individual, but your real-world actions can indicate what Bitcoin you own. You're on an exchange, you sign up with a name, ID, all of that. You purchase Bitcoin, you tell the exchange to send the Bitcoin to a certain address. The exchange knows, there's your address. It's possible that somebody can come knocking and say, you want the information of your clients. It's possible somebody could hack into an exchange and see that money market information. And there's certain qualities of Bitcoin where as you're using it, you can also begin to give away bits of information about how much Bitcoin you might own. But there are tools that help with privacy. One called CoinJoin can help enhance your privacy using Bitcoin. I'm not going to get into the technicals, but it breaks the link between Bitcoin that people may have known that you own and what happens to it next. Wasabi is an automated tool. It's a desktop application that can give you greater privacy just simply by depositing Bitcoin there. It automates it on the other side of it. It gives you greater privacy. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to get technical with it. I do want to speak to Bitcoin's censorship resistance here. And I'm not trying to get, I'm not trying to lean politically here, but I do want to just outline this quality of censorship resistance. I said I've worked with the Human Rights Foundation for a number of years, teaching people to use Bitcoin as a tool in the face of government repression.